Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem and our little game of Fallout. It never fucking changes. My name's Michelle. We took 2 weeks ago off because my country sucks. Let's not go into that in any detail, except no, let's not go into that in any detail. It's too depressing to even try and make a joke out of. I was trying to make a joke out of it, but it just sucks. Let's just move on. Joining us as always is our players. Say hello, players.
Hello,
Hello,
players.
players.
Never gets old. The joke that we stole from Dimension 20 a year ago, and we're still doing it. We're still doing it. So let's do a little summary over.
It never fucking changes.
I mean, that's true. You are sticking.
Still never seen Dimension 20.
I mean, you should, because like basically everything I do is just like, what would Brennan Lee Mulligan do in this situation? Which is a bad way to DM like a game, but it's also the most fun for me. So I'm not sorry. So anyway, let's do a bit of a recap. So last time, our players, after obviously leaving Diamond City and the residents of the area to take it back from the Institute, left and arrived at Radio Metal, a pre-war radio station of the American single genre variety, and they got into a bit of spot of bother. They saw some very, very bad looking robots, some very, very dirty, dark, and skull encrusted robots attacking the gate. And the players got there just in time to see the gate erupt and a bunch of robots come out. The robots, after they defeated the dirty robots, these clean, very shiny robots explained that they were Baconites and told the story, which we will surely recap at some point in this at a later time, but essentially, shit be fucked up and robots be fighting each other. The Great Robot War has 3 factions instead of 2, as was widely believed. And as they were sort of getting their shit together, a bunch of new and more deadly Forge forces fell from the sky, landed, and started to immediately attack and killed every robot. And unfortunately, took the life of the man who up until very recently was called Stupid Jim. A comrade from the start for many of you. All that is left of him now is his feet and boots. The rest of him turned into red mist. Jade has also fallen. He is in the process of dying. And the battle continues. Now, just before we left last session, you heard the sound of other robots. These sounds are more clean. The chassis far shinier. Help has arrived, and as it arrives, you hear the sound. You hear this voice. Onward, my children! Onwards! So, yeah. Carl, it is your go.
Okay, so we have purple robots at the bottom of the map attacking something, or being told to attack something, and then we have, let's see, the big red markers are still active enemies, right?
Yes, small ones are dead, large ones are still active. Purple ones are the purple turrets at the top and the medical protectron. You're pretty sure is on your side. The purple ones at the bottom of the screen. You were told that reinforcements were coming, so maybe they're on your side.
I guess we'll find out. Central. Yeesh. That's a whole bunch of guys very close to me. I don't like it.
I believe that you are currently in stealth.
That is true.
I mean, that's what I remember. If you weren't, you are now. Because
I like that. Okay, let's see. So each of these numbered squares is a distance zone for attacking, right?
You're
I
muted,
can't hear
Michelle.
Michelle for some reason.
In the same zone is close. 1 zone away is medium. 2 zones away is long range. 3 zones away is extra long range. You can fire from any range really with almost any weapon, but it means each extra step away from your preferred range on the weapon adds a difficulty. So you would need, say, 2 to hit, 3 to hit if it's 2 or 3 zones away. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, okay. So let's see here. This Sentry Bot Ripper 4 seems like a reasonable target for me to try to take out. So I will go for that one. Let's see here. What did my perks say again? Just 1 damage from both sneak attack. Oh yeah, I took center of mass, so I can re-roll a die when I just shoot in their torso. Cool.
Yeah, aiming with like rolling for like the area of a robot is something that was not included in the original rulebook by mistake. It was added as an errata. So I should probably look that up as a good dungeon, good overseer. Although actually, I did get an updated version of the rulebook, so that might have fixed that. Well, cross that bridge when we come to it. It'll be fine.
All right. Dice away.
You
4 successes.
absolutely hit. So you were firing with your bow, right? So that you didn't. Yeah, you needed 1 success to hit. So you got 3 extra dice you can use for damage or bank or do whatever you want with.
Well, I'll bank 1 of them, so we remain at 6 action points. I use the other 2 for extra damage, and let's see here. I have some damage perk also. It's a sneak attack, so +1 for that. That's 3. Let's reroll on the attack die.
Were we at 4 or 5 action points when we began?
We were at 5, now we're up to 6.
Okay, so I have 3 extra die from perks and successes. That's a lot of damage.
Yes. Okay. So
I hear 16 points of armor. Damn, I should have shot at some with power armor.
Nice.
And do physical damage at 14 physical damage.
Okay. You got a crit there. So I'm going to do some magic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Your arrow, unusually for you, is heading to center mass. Usually you're a headshot person, but you have probably worked out that headshots on robots, that could be good. Who knows where the central processing unit is, or even if they have one of those. So you aim for the center mass, and the arrow slips through a grate on the front of the sentry bot and comes out the other side with some kind of mechanical part attached to it and lands just behind the sentry robot. At this point, that sentry robot cannot move anymore. It is mobile and it is fucked up. It is smoking, it is fritzing, its head is spinning round and round and round. It is not doing well at all. So next, do you want to do anything else?
No, I'm good there. Remaining in stealth is what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So a stealth check.
Just to remind you, Jade is currently dying. Jade is the last person in this turn order. So that means Herbie, Augusta, and what is left of the Commonwealth United Forces. All, how many are left? All 4 of them will go before So that's that. Yeah. Nah. You are revealed, Carl. I mean, good. Thank you for remembering, because I didn't. You hide behind the wreckage of a previous combatant from a previous battle, but you cough, and that is enough for the Brotherhood of Steel, former paladins, I should say, the Cutter and the Zapper, to turn around and focus their eyes on you. So you are now aware. They are now aware of your presence. So yeah, Herbie, it is your turn. But before you do anything,
Dang it.
you are about to take whatever action it is you want when you hear a loud and familiar sounding firearm go off. And in front of you, you see the head of Sentry Bot Ripper 3 essentially get ripped off and land just in front of you. The lights in the eyes flash a little bit. You could swear they look up at you, quite confused at what's just happened, and then they just go out. And at that point, you hear a sound on your radio.
And the sound is what?
Oh, that's me.
Well, that's annoying. Let me try something.
Are we good to go? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear.
But we cannot see.
It's radio. We can.
Let me read something real quick. I got some information sent to me. Ah, yes, okay. Isaiah, what the hell? Where the fuck are you? And how the hell did you get here? Well, hello. Hurry up and help. Get some of those. And Herbie's just going to unload on, and he's going to yell at Augusta to get the Jade and just start firing on the Saltatron Gorgon 4.
Okay.
Do I said, let me yell, Isaiah, are you clear of that zone? Herbie's going to walk forward one zone and throw a grenade into the zone.
Which zone?
I'm going to throw this zone. He walks forward so he's in range.
Okay. Make your roll.
And I get to re-roll any agility, so I'll re-roll one. So that would be 2 successes. I only need 1 success because that's right. I picked up a new trait.
Are you doing Assaultron Gorgon 4?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. All right.
I forgot I have an ability now. I took the perk, so I only need a 1 on a throw. So I would have succeeded on the first one. So damage will be...
Michelle, at the risk of interrupting, apparently you're a little bit quiet on the stream.
Okay, let me just fix that. I'm not really that quiet on my OBS. I don't know what that's got about. What about
word
now?
from people watching
How's
the stream
that?
is that we're a couple.
How's that? That's got to be. That's better. I'm into the 15s here.
I will listen in and let you know.
Okay. Well,
chat says it's good.
Wonderful. Okay. It's probably way too loud now. I'm just going to lean back. There we go. That's perfect. Okay. Your grenade explodes. You take a few chunks out of the Assault Tron Gorgon, but it is still standing, still looks mostly intact. You get the impression that explosions aren't necessarily the best thing for taking out this particular model of robot for whatever reason. So there is a little bit of a technical doohickey here because a new player has entered the game, but unfortunately the sound is not going through to Twitch. So Evee, I need you to do me a favour. That would be wonderful, but I have had a better idea. Do you have OBS with a that you can do a virtual camera on that you can feed into Video Ninja? That is perfect. That'll do the job. That's all I need to fix this, because we don't need to see you. It's just I've got a thing that I thought would be able to transfer your audio without needing the video, but it didn't. So I'm trying something else, but it needs a video to hook onto. Wonderful, okay.
Sorry, Michelle, I would have warned you about this if I'd known we were getting here so soon.
It's all right. Now, this is me for trying to, surprise people and not doing a good check to make sure everything worked beforehand. But you know what? Let's go with the... just whatever. Ah, there we go. That's perfect. All right, you're going to be piped into the Twitch in 2 seconds. All right, yeah, you're in. People should be able to hear you now. So, before we move on to the robot's turn, Evee.
Test the audio.
Sorry?
Yeah. I said make sure they're hooked up.
I believe she is.
I'm here.
Evee.
Hello.
You have just arrived. You have just blown up the head of a sentry bot, which is not an easy thing to do in one shot. Well done.
Against all tyrants.
You announced your presence to Herbie, and you clearly know each other. You clearly have a history that you have not chosen not to go into as you're in the middle of battle. Players, you should be able to see Isaiah Simmons has appeared in the bottom right of the map. Isaiah, please Evee, please describe your character.
For those of you who are not from the West Coast, very strange armor that does say LAPD SWAT on it. In certain areas that have been scratched off, the NCR does use LAPD SWAT armor for their Rangers. Don't know why, but they do. A helmet that does look eerily like Brotherhood Power armor, made smaller. If you've seen the cover art character from New Vegas, that armor. Herbie knows what an NCR Ranger looks like, most likely. He's been to the dam. Wielding a revolver, a .45 Colt pistol, M1911, and a lever action rifle with a rather chunky scope on it.
In other words,
all right, and
I think the right phrase is dope as fuck.
As the kids would say, dripped out.
So, first off, Sentry Bot Ripper 1 on the left focuses on what is left of the Commonwealth United Forces and fires the minigun on its arm and manages to spray Augusta a little bit. So they take 3 damage. Augusta, you take 1, which I'm pretty sure will probably bounce off whatever armor you have.
It should. I'm just opening the bit of my character sheet. Sorry, I'm also muted, so that wasn't helpful.
you didn't drop it.
Okay, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh no, that was a miss because of Herbie, you are in cover. The Assault 200 Gorgon that you just tried to blow up with your grenade fires his laser and you duck very quickly behind a robot husk from a previous battle. To set the scene for you, Evee, this battlefield is covered in dead robots. There have been many battles here, as you are aware from where you have been. So yeah, there's a lot of dead robots to hide behind. The numbers on the grid reflect how much cover you have. So the higher the number, the better. We can go over the mechanics of that in more detail when you get to the grid. Basically, if you want cover, go for the higher number.
Gotcha.
Okay. So yeah, let's do some. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's another miss. Sentry bot Ripper 4 fires a machine gun at you, but again, Herbie, you are behind cover, so that is wonderful. Now we're going to go for the cutter, who is going to move towards Carl, try and take a chunk. And totally misses. The zapper is going to take a shot from where they are standing. These are the Brotherhood of Steel Paladins that you have seen earlier, Evee. They are all kinds of fucked up. They look a bit like a ghoul, but with loads of circuitry sticking out of their heads. They are kind of death metal or black metal Brotherhood of Steel, essentially.
Ugh. Yuck.
Yeah.
I'm imagining Chaos Knights myself, so.
That's a miss on Carl, everyone.
Iron Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a hit. That hits you, Carl. I'm sorry.
Ouch.
So, Vicious. Let me just remind myself what Vicious does.
Extra
It
damage.
allows the faces become damage.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 energy damage on you, Carl.
All right.
Oh, wait, hang on, is that? Oh no, I got the cover wrong again. Ah, okay. No, you need to roll 3 bloody dice. There we go. Oh wait, do we? You know what? I know this is bad form, but I keep getting this mixed up every bloody fight. I'm going to get my sheet and figure this out once and for all because I'm tired of getting this particular thing wrong. I do apologise, people. But this will be over in a second. This will be painless.
It only hurts the first time, right?
Hear that, Jade? It'll be painless.
I do recommend that people don't buy a screen, make your own. Because then you can make it to your liking and you can find things relatively quickly, she says optimistically.
Got a screen covered in blue tack and index cards.
Okay,
You have DM screens? That's a bold thing to say.
well, I have a screen in the PDF form that I made.
I just open the book and pray to God that the index has what I'm looking for. If it doesn't, then...
Or the PDF search function.
True.
Or just wing it and say we'll look it up later.
Yeah, you
Oh,
take
I'm
80,000
there.
damage. I'll look it up later.
Okay, alright, that's cool. Okay, Carl, roll 3 combat dice, top left of your character sheet, the face. That is how
Okay.
much damage is reduced from this attack. So you've got 10 damage. That becomes 9.
And where on my person does this laser hit?
That is a good point. Let me find that out for you. That is 17.
It hits me in the 17.
Yeah, I hate those shots in the 17.
Right, my
Left
17.
leg.
That's left leg. I have energy damage resistance 9.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
fucking great. That's wonderful. Okay, so in that
Just on my
case-
knee. Every other part is
In that
not
case,
energy
nothing-
damage.
your armor takes the hit. You suffer no damage. Pretty cool. All right, so that's all of them. So now we're back to, Oh wait, no. It's time for the people have just arrived to do all of their stuff. So I'm just gonna quickly roll all of them all at once and just get that done as quickly as possible. So oh yeah, sweet. All right. Excellent. All right. Yeah. Cool. Yes. That's what we like to see. The new entrance to the battlefield, these 4 pristine, chrome, shiny sentry bots that are like, I guess, if paladins were sentry bots, like Dungeons and Dragons paladins, is kind of their look. But with more
Shiny armor.
shiny armor, with more blinky lights. Just more blinky lights than you've ever seen on the sentry bot before. They unleash a wave of minigun fire, and they take out the sentry bot that was steaming, head spinning, and all fucked up. And they do a bit of a movement too, spreading out a little bit. And yeah, so now it's just going to be some turrets, and then it's people again, like, actual people. So, they all hit. Ooh, okay. Awesome. Oh shit, yeah. So that's 8. Oh yeah. Wow, okay. 8, 6. The turrets that are still operating, are still on your side, the only survivors of the original robots that were there, they unleash a wave of fire, and they do a whole bunch of damage all over the place. This battlefield is now absolute chaos. Over there, and one for you two. And so next it is Augusta. It's your go.
1 second while I finish checking something that I thought of while you were talking that I should have looked up a little while ago, and I'm just going to talk over me looking it up. Right, okay, ignore that. I'm going to rush over towards where Jade is. That's going to be 2 movements, so that might be my whole turn.
I believe that you can... Let me just get to the actions. Major combat. Okay. First aid is a major action, but if you wanted to use an action point to take you could spend 2 action points to do an additional major action if you require, or you can spend a luck even.
Okay, I think what I'm about to do is fairly transparent. Do people mind if I spend a luck to get over there?
It's your luck. That is your pool, and nobody
yeah,
else's.
fair. I'm just checking with other people as well. Yeah, I'm going to
you
use
want
a
to
luck.
use points? Yeah.
I'm going to use a luck. It's fine.
No, the log is your own. The action point is.
It's shared, yeah. I'm going to use a luck so it doesn't bother anyone else. So I'm going to get over there and try to apply first aid.
Are you going to use a stim pack as well, or are you just going to try and do the first aid?
I will absolutely use a stim pack if I can get one. I don't have one, but I'm imagining that Jade probably does.
Okay, so how I've worked this out is that basically you don't. If you're going to use a stim pack, you don't need to do a test, because what you're doing is you are just jamming a stim pack somewhere around the big gaping wound in Jade's chest.
I mean, I've done it to myself enough at this point, so.
This will move Jade up to 1 hit point, but you will remain unconscious. It will take an additional first aid action to get you back on your feet.
Well, I'm staying there for the time being. Anyone coming nearby is going to get a force that has not yet been seen unleashed upon them.
I'm just going to make a... Where is Jade's button gone?
Protect the healer.
Where did... Oh, wait. You...
Jade's little... He's in across and down one.
Oh, so you need to move up there. That's where you move to. Okay, cool. Jade is... no longer dying. You have saved your buddy. So, with that, I don't think there's anything more that you can do. Next, it is... well, it would be Jade. Jade would be doing a test. But that didn't happen because Jade is no longer dying. So now it is... Okay. What is left of the Commonwealth United Forces opens fire on the sentry bot robot. They are not doing great. All of their friends are dead. Their commanding officer is dead. Some of them will be in therapy for the rest of their lives. They let off screams and various things. One of them just starts crying and doesn't fire at all. But they do a bit of quite a significant bit of damage. They do some chunkiness on the sentry bot ripper that is in front of them. And so, yeah, that is the end of the round. We're going to go back to the top. I'm going to add Isaiah to the turn order. Isaiah's initiative is
16.
pretty high. Not quite as high as Carl's. So, Carl, it's your go, and then it'll be you, Isaiah. Is it Isaiah or is it Isaiah? Isaiah. Thank you. So yeah, Carl, your go.
All right, and I'm in melee where I really don't want to be.
Yeah.
Let's see what I can do here.
The
Run away!
Brother of the Steel Paladin Cutter is standing over you, eyes bright red. There's some wires and stuff sticking out the head. You look at the skin, bit ghouly. Towers over you, lifting up the cutter, is gonna strike the fuck out of you. You have your turn, basically, to do what you need to do.
Well, I'm going to stab him. Let's see here, and I have... Oh yeah, I got arrow stab. Remember now, that'll be homebrewed.
That is defense 1. That's a hit.
Oh really? All right.
Okay, so now we're just going to need to roll with where you hit. You rolled them. You hit them in the 10, which is the left arm.
That's...
Oh yeah.
And
okay.
I pierced 2 armor, which I don't think is a whole lot in this case.
Yeah, no, you can't break through. You try to stab in the head, obviously, but ducks out the way and you just get them in the arm, hit the armor.
That's power armor, right?
Yeah.
So that means that the armor takes damage.
That's the thing. With the way that this works, like, there is no armor HP for arms for some reason. But I think that's kind of bullshit, because I think you're right. So you know what? I'm going to take two.
I'm pretty sure every armor piece.
I'm going to take
for
two off the
power armor has
legs,
one.
and that's how it's going to work out. So there we go. Because you're right, that isn't fair. So screw it. I'm going to make a call. So that's that. Screw you, rules. So yeah, now it is you, Isaiah. So
All right. So I'm not in a zone. Question mark.
it's an unofficial zone that I made just out of ease, just to get you in. So basically, that counts as a zone. So you are 1, 2. You are 2 away from the assault on Gorgon here.
And long is 2, right?
Yeah.
This motherfucker needs to get shot then.
Yes, it does.
Not a word Isaiah would ever use, but I'm gonna use it.
So yeah.
What I'm gonna do is something potentially very risky. Smile. I have perks. Just read the perks. I am going to. How many actions do you have in this? There's action points.
Yeah, so I can help you out with this because I know what your perks are and stuff. So you can do a major action and a minor action each turn. And you can do like a move.
And you can purchase using points additional if needed.
Yes, there is a group pool of action points that you can use to do various things. So if you want to do something else in your turn, I can tell you how much it will cost in action points. You clear it with the group because there's a group pool. You can do the thing.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna.
Major action is like an attack or something big. The minor action is something like you can aim, which would mean that you have a better chance of hitting a specific part of the body you want. You can do a whole bunch of things.
Remember that attacks cost 1 action point by default.
I see. Is sprinting a major action then?
Let me have a look. I think that is a major action because you are running like you're sprinting. But when you do that, you get a bonus to your defense. So it may not be a bad call.
I am going to pull out the Sequoia. And I want to move here. I don't know how exactly to move there.
Where do we want to move? You want to move to there?
I want to get in close with the Assaultron Gorgon and shoot it in its dumb, stupid head.
Okay, let me just have a quick look at your sheet. Because I think you have a perk for that.
I do. I have Gung Fu and like Gunslinger and a bunch of other ones.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say about this. So you've got your Sequoia. That is a close range weapon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say this is going to add a difficulty to the shot. So you will need 2 to hit from there. But you can, with finesse, you can, for once per contact round encounter, you can re-roll all of the. Oh, that's a damage roll thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it'll just take you 2 successes to hit from there if you want to shoot him.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna shoot him, I suppose. I hit T like I'm playing on Foundry. How do I roll a hit?
You just hit the name of the weapon you want under weapons.
There we go. No additional dice. Sadly. Maybe next time. You get 2 successes.
You hit, so your character with a skill you with a perk you have, you can add 2 extra dice to the damage roll with this gun.
That is 10 damage dice.
Yes. But you know what I said to you before about this gun? Once
That's
the
very-
certain things are gone, they're gone.
Yeah. I just want this thing dead because Assaultrons have big head lasers.
Yeah, they're not great. They are not great.
7 damage.
Okay, and that is vicious and piercing, which means that you do cut through some armor, and that becomes 10 damage. You cut through the physical armor, so that becomes 7. Yeah, you fucked this thing up. You've taken a chunk out of its side. It turns around and focuses on you. Sparks and a little bit of flame and smoke coming out of its out of what would be its hip. If it was like a person with hips.
It is an Assaultron. It has hips.
Yeah, they do have hips. They are very feminine for what they are. So yeah, I think that is your go. So Herbie, it's you.
Herbie sees that Jade is up and that forces are coming up behind that have been shooting at the ones I consider enemies. So for the moment, he's considering them allies. He will step towards the remaining ones he sees that are a threat to one of his comrades and will be firing on Paladin Cutter 2.
Excellent choice.
Because he sees that Carl is no longer and he is being threatened. For successes, I'm going to use them as additional damage.
Smart. Oh, bloody hell. So what is that? With burst, spread, size matters.
Well, I'm burst. I have to use I can hit him again, but it costs me ammo. And I can't remember because I got a rate of fire of 3, and I'm trying to remember if that, it's been a while, so I can't remember if that cost action points or not, or just ammo.
I think that's just ammo. Because you got the perk. Well, you got the effect,
Okay.
rather. Because of your heavily modified machine gun. Minigun, rather.
Well, that just comes with the minigun, but yeah, all right. So he's going to use an additional 3. He's just going to hit it with hit all 3. So that's a total of 17 physical damage.
All right, let's see where you...
Nice.
Oh, wait, you have a Pip-Boy. Should really declare this before the shop.
Nope,
I'll let it slide.
I do
Where'd you
not
hit?
have a Pip-Boy.
Sorry?
I do not have a Pip-Boy.
Well, you should
I do
get
not
one.
have
They're
a
awesome.
Pip-Boy.
So, okay.
Yeah, somebody has to get me one. I have to find one. And I'll roll for where I would just center mass this whole thing.
Have you got
Hoping to hit
center
any.
mass? The perk.
I'm trying center mass. No, I do not have it.
This paladin is pretty swifty. It turns around and you hit it in the left arm, injuring the arm. It could no longer use its cutter. So that is 17. Then on the left arm, which is... Oh, damn, okay. Yeah, you do some significant damage. You essentially you cut the arm off. You removed this paladin's arm. However, it doesn't respond as you would think. It doesn't really appear to have noticed. It's kind of Terminator-like. It just looks down and is just like, all right then. And lift up its fist. Ready to bring his fist down on Carl. Okay, so let's do some...
Carl dodges, so. If nothing else, I'm trying to attract attacks.
Further news from our chat. We've been gifted a complication by Three-Eyed Cat. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Three-Eyed Cat. I will make sure that
Yeah,
is...
Cat wants to see us die.
That's fine. Ooh, okay. And I'm going to do you. Blah, 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 blah. Should be faster this time. That is good. And... Ooh, fuck. Okay. That's hitting other people.
That's a lot of vicious.
Okay. Oh, that was that one. You are going to move in on Herbie, and you're going to do a bit of a... Okay. Let's see. You are... Oh, wow, yeah, you can't do shit anymore. You are useless. But you do hit. Okay. I need... Herbie, I need you to roll 2 damage dice, top left corner of your sheet. You're going to take that off your damage. Carl, I need you to do the same with 3 damage dice, please.
That's 2.
Okay, you both save 2 damage. So, Herbie, the zapper comes forward to you. His head lights up and a laser comes out of his head and hits you for... oh, wait, no. 7 piercing damage. 7 piercing energy damage, which becomes 5 because of your cover. Carl, you receive similar.
Where does he hit me?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Hits you in the 10s. Hits you in the left arm.
I'm starting
All
to
right,
learn this
so
now. 10s is always left
all
arm.
right,
Yeah.
all right. So only 1 point of damage got through.
Whereas Carl, you're now one-armed brother to steel cutter who is no longer cutting things, just punches you in the head.
Oh.
And hits you for 6 physical damage. But that is mitigated down to 4 physical damage. Because you are in cover.
All right.
Which I'm not sure how that works, but that's the dice rolls. Let's just go with it. Why not?
He
Well,
ducked
I have
under something just in time.
Meanwhile, while you work that out, the Sentry Bot Ripper, the Assaultron Gorgon 4 and the Assaultron Gorgon 1 turn around and just start blasting the shit out of the Sentry Bots, taking chunks out of them. You hear a voice saying, "Stand firm, my children. I will look after you. I will save any of your boo-boos." Okay, so now we're going to do some turrets, and then it's people again. I'm just going to do 1 roll for all of you because yeah.
Just while you're doing that, a kindly 3-eyed cat has also donated 2 bonuses.
Awesome. Okay, I should write these down.
I have been.
Oh, wonderful. What have you got?
5 bonuses and 1 complication.
I will save that complication for a rainy day. Okay, so damage, that's what we need. We need oh, Nelly. Okay. 10 damage, any damage piercing. Nope, need to roll the dice where they hit. Oh, that is torso. Okay, torso. Hmm. And 1 for you. Oh shit. Oh. Yeah, you're dead. Doesn't matter where you hit. You dead.
Damn.
And oh, okay. The turrets will have a line of fire. Damage is done. Robots fall. Every robot on the map here looks pretty fucked up. This is the last legs. They are not doing well at all. The battle is basically won at this point. So I'm going to make an executive judgment because it would take a whole round to basically kill each one of these when they've all got like 3 hit points each. So yeah, At this point, the Forge troops just stand straight or straighten up, and they fucking bail. They start running. The sentry bots that have arrived go after them a little bit and shoot after them. They take out some manage to escape, but essentially the battle has been won. You have all survived, but at great cost, and you are now standing in front of SentryBot 1, who approaches you and says, "Did any of my children make it?"
You don't look like you would have children.
Well, neither do you,
But I'm assuming
sir.
you're referring. But I'm assuming you're referring to the robots.
Yes.
There is a medical protectron that just arrived, and they were in the process. But no, I do not believe any of the robots survived that were here previously.
The SentryBot turns and says, "Children, we have a new delivery, a new baby. Over by the gate." And they speed over to the Protectron and surround it, so it is out of sight. The SentryBot looks around and scans the area and spots Augusta leaning over Jade and moves forward and says, "Hello. I know you."
Do you, though? I'm sorry, my friend is very hurt. Can I have a moment?
"Yes, your friend is severely hurt. I take it you have saved my outpost here."
Not me. All these other people. A lot of them died.
SentryBot looks around and kneels down. Well, doesn't really kneel down, sort of shifts forward a bit and just says, "Okay. And you stayed and protected my outpost, even though your comrades in arms all perished."
We had to. They were attacking us as well.
Well, I don't really have the room. It feels like I don't want to be a gosh darn slop tart and really rude. I have an offer for you. And we are going to take a short break while we figure out a thing. We will be right back. Don't go nowhere. And we are back. So clickety click on the back end. Everyone is here. So, not really. I don't think we're going to need the map anymore. Let's do a little bit of a theatre of the mind. So you are surrounded by the various corpses of humans. Evee, I'm going to describe things from your perspective, and then people will be able to get what they can see from their perspective. You see in front of you a lot of dead robots. You see a lot of dead people, humans, wearing various bits of ragtag armor and holding different guns. They all seem to have like the words CUF spray painted onto them in various parts. That means that you can identify them as some kind of unit of military kind, but not necessarily the most professional. There's a few of them still left standing who are walking around and variously crying over their fallen loved ones. You see a super mutant in a lab coat who is on the floor, breathing, unconscious. Leaning over him is a vault dweller. Yep, a human female non-ghouly vault dweller. You see a ghouly guy that you are very familiar with, holding a very advanced minigun. And you see a guy with a bow and arrow. And you now have 4 sentry bots in front of you, all with one leading. Well, we have 1 sentry bot in front of you, who is currently in the middle of making you an offer. There is a pause for dramatic effect, and the robot says, I have facilities designed to repair people like you, as in the people made of meat. You can come and join me at my home with my other meat friends and all my children. It is the least I can do.
It would be ungodly and not in good faith to refuse.
When you say take care of the meat, us meat bags, and he chuckles.
Oh, I don't use that term. I learned that it was actually a slur against meat people. I'm trying to better myself.
You can't say it with the hard G, please.
That is entirely correct.
Regardless,
Humanoids, I assume. Are you electronic in some way? Referring to the fact that Isaiah is wearing a full mask.
Mm-hmm. The Ranger mask.
Yeah.
In roll 20, for those of you who do not know what a Ranger looks like, I found a piece on Etsy. Well, not Etsy, Pinterest.
Yeah. I just think of the cover.
He takes the helmet off. There is a young-ish looking man, maybe early 30s. Stubble, very cut back hair. Not buzz cut, but short. No, I'm not mechanical in any way, shape, or form.
Ooh, how curious. You appear to have taken on the fashion of my children, in a way. Only, much dirtier.
I did walk across the country.
Oh, you poor devil, you. I mean, you have no fusion core. That must have taken all of your energy. Look,
but
I insist. You must come home with me. Well, not with me. I'm not really here. But you'll be able to see me at home, whilst my children take you home. Children, are you ready? The other sentry bots turn around.
Excuse me, before let us continue this discussion a little bit before you assume. When you say return to your home and you have facilities, and he's pointing to some of the Brotherhood, you don't mean modifications such as these, do you?
Oh, no.
Where you implant mechanical or electronics?
Never.
I just wanted to be clear. Now, you haven't introduced yourself either.
Oh, of course. My name is Kathy Bacon.
Ah, the leader of the Baconites.
I prefer the term mother.
Well, I guess I was honorary made a Baconite just before the battle by one of the robot leaders, or your children's.
We are indeed a welcoming bunch. However, Baconite is kind of like a human surname. So,
but
a little presumptuous.
Miss Bacon, I guess. You said you're not here? I'm assuming you're
I'm at home.
Somehow.
I'm at home in my vault. But I have made a little utopia, as it were, well behind the war zones and the battle lines, where my people live, in my little community. It used to be called Sanctuary, if that helped, and I've actually made it one, because when I got there, it was bloody awful.
Never heard of it. But we were sent here to figure out what this signal was and why it's being sent out from here.
Well, it's very simple. I think I can trust you. because she turns. I know one of you. And she knows me.
She does. And I'm assuming the robot's looking over at Augusta.
Yes,
It's quite likely, yeah.
well,
I raise an eyebrow. Well, you can't see it behind my helmet visor, but he lifts the visor and goes, "Really?"
oh yes, we go way back, don't we, Augusta Byron? Vol 75.
Yeah, we do. I'm not proud of how I acted back then. I didn't know a lot about the world.
Well, I think I owe you something. Kathy Bacon rolls forward and stands and sort of gets a little bit taller, it feels like, and just says, I forgive you.
Thank you. I've often been very ashamed of how all that went.
Of course. I have done some shameful things myself, but I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to help the people of this Commonwealth, the human beings and the ghouls, and the mutants that aren't being weird. They are really fucking weird, a lot of them. But you know, I'm trying not to judge. I'm sure your unconscious friend is absolutely fine and lovely.
Oh, he's great. I think he'd get on well.
Yes, well, he does look to be a bit, he does seem to be a bit malfunctioning. We should probably get a shifty on. But to answer your question, I use this place to gather and create my first generation of children. I did this because the times required it. As you've seen these Forge fellows, they're doing ghastly things all over this place. They're turning meat people like you into beasts. You've seen them. I needed support. I needed children. I needed my children to go and try and save this godforsaken place. And I needed them to help me make this place better for them. Does that answer your question?
For the most part, I have one more question, though. What's your relationship to and I'm drawing a blank on the people who run Diamond City or whatever it is.
Oh, the Institute.
The androids. Yeah.
Well, those things keep trying to kill my children. I'm fighting a war.
They are also fighting against the Brotherhood.
Well, the Brotherhood and the Forge are one and the same.
Yeah, just leave it to the Brotherhood to do something foolish.
I'm sorry. My children who were previously alive and now not told me that they told you the story. And behind you, you hear the sentry bot say, the story, the story. Kathy just says, be quiet, children.
I just was more curious on how you felt about them and your relationship, because you seem to be fighting the same enemy.
Well, let me be frank with you. What was your name again?
Oh, sorry, for Sergeant Herbie Flowers.
Well,
or Herbert, if you prefer.
Well, Herbert. 1, I had a very, very, very long day. 2, I'm fighting a war on 2 fronts. And 3, bleeding. I have offered you my kindness in this dark time and my home. Could we perhaps maybe save the questions until we get there?
Oh, perfectly. I apologize. Just kind of, well, he looks around. You understand a little bit of the confusion and what's going on?
I do, but I'm afraid I must go. I must leave and go back to my place. These
Well,
my,
we'll be
my children
accompanying you,
will
I guess.
my children will transport you to Sanctuary right now. Thank you. At that point,
I appreciate your time.
the sentry bot sort of deflates a little bit, just sort of goes down a little bit, and then just sits back up again. The lights light up, and this sentry bot starts patrolling around the gate of Radio Metal. Radio Metal. The 2 sentry bots that have been sorting out the medical protectron arrive carrying the wreckage of a bus between them. And they put it down in front of you and signal for you to get on the bus and take a seat.
Well, I think, and he looks over at Augusta, and Jade is unconscious. Who else do we got? Carl?
I'm also there.
Yep, Isaiah.
Oh.
So, yep. Well, Isaiah, how the hell did you get here? Are you with them?
With the robots? No. Command sent me on a mission to go to Diamond City. Did not go well. Most of my squad are buried in a number of states.
Yeah, it is a rough travel. Like, at least I managed to make it out here with the gunners. How is it out there? How's Vegas?
A den of debauchery and sin as usual. I did have to go. I did have to leave the military for a bit. They allowed me to keep the armor and such to go help New Canaan, but when I got there, they were gone.
You've definitely grasped onto the religion, I see.
I am from New Canaan, Herbie.
I forget. And that Tim also forgot about some of that, so from the lore.
It's fine. You're a ghoul. Your brain sometimes, sees things.
And parts just fall off occasionally. So
Yeah. It's all good.
Okay.
it's all good. And Herbie goes over to Tumu and hope they got room for her, him, it, them.
Oh yeah.
Looking at each head.
This is a pre-war bus that has survived nuclear bombs and just been rusting away. It's kind of basically a shell, so there is enough room for Tumu to get on the bus and stand sort of at the front where the driver's cabin would be, whereas the rest of you there are enough benches for everyone to sit. The medical protectron wanders forward and points at Jade, and the sentry bots pick Jade up and, with the medical bot's help Jade onto the bus. And just to save time, and because Jade has been sat there not being able to do anything, I'm going to say that Jade starts to come round a bit on the bus. Sniff joins you, Carl. Sniff runs in. And so, yeah, if you're all getting on the bus.
Load up on the
I will
bus.
follow.
I better make sure Miss Nanny comes as well, or I will not be Kathy Bacon's favourite person.
Fair enough.
Any of our other followers make it?
You've got like 3 Commonwealth United Forces left who are just following you around. They join you. They're a bit sad about leaving their comrades, but
I will look for anything that remains of Jim that would be valuable to his girlfriend. I'm drawing a blank on.
Oh, Cassie, yeah. There is only his shoes with bits of his feet in them.
Oh.
I will take the feet out of them and get the boots.
All right, can you add to your inventory Jim's boots? They do not smell good.
I was wondering if you would take the feet or the boot.
Both.
I mean, neither way is great, to be honest, but
I'm just taking the boots. I don't want rotten meat flesh rotting meat flesh on them.
Okay, I don't think there's really anything like... You're not really getting much of a chance to scavenge, but there isn't really that much to scavenge. It's just bits of junk at this point. It's just broken down robots. They're not really carrying, weapons or anything because they tend to be attached to them. So you're not really missing out on anything.
Previous session, I had Herbie gathering explosives.
You did.
And he found some.
Yep.
And I just can't remember what we had because we suddenly went into combat.
Yeah, let me find that for you. I've got the...
And it was just some of the backpacks. We can worry about him just having recovered those backpacks off the blowing up guys.
Yeah, you basically got... You basically got 4 packs of C4, which are pretty explosive. They operate on the same rules as a pulse, they operate on the same rules as a pulse mine, essentially. But instead, they don't really stun. That's the only difference. So I'll make a note of that, and I'll add them to Tumu after this, so you know what they are.
Yeah, and I believe C4 is in one of the extra books. Some of the.
Well, in that case, I'll use one of the extra books and just use that then. So you get 4 C4, and I'll look up the rules for that after. I'll make a note of that now.
I think they call it plastic in there, so plastic explosives.
Yep. Okay. That's all good. So,
since the party has a closer look and not from a mile off, there are some more finer details. So the NCR Ranger outfit is a armor bit under and a really long duster. On the back of the duster, in a cross pattern on the back, Herbie has seen this money since he's probably spent time in Vegas, and this money changes hands in the casinos. It is woven into the back, and a cross is Legion Denarius, their money from fallen legionaries. The flag of the New California Republic that the party has probably either seen on Herbie's stuff or in passing. And a flag that no one really knows, which is the flag of New Canaan. On where above his heart is a book that, for the people who are not as literate, probably says the Bible. It is a Bible that has a bullet hole in it. And that is the finer details of Isaiah.
I think what Evie is trying to say is that Isaiah looks rad as fuck.
He is iced out and dripped out, as the kids would say.
Herbie goes, I wish I still had my helmet. That thing got shot a couple times on my way out. That's why I got this, and he dings the welding helmet.
That will do. Getting through Arizona was not a walk in the park.
Oh, getting through some of the cannibal lands. I don't, and the tribes.
As you talk, the bus lifts up and the sentry bots start to make their journey. You are essentially riding a bus that has been carried by 2 robots up north.
The bus palatine.
You can see on the map the area that you are in. You're starting off already at Metal, and you are you were told that you were heading to Sanctuary. Those who have got Pip Boys can see the Sanctuary is at the top there. This is going to take you about, 30 minutes, maybe? Because they're moving quite fast. This would be a kind of a significant walk. This would take you like maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half on foot. But this is going to take you maybe a third of that. So you got some time to talk. Otherwise, I can montage it and get you there. It's up to you. If you want to chat with each other, let me know. Or if you want to move on, let me know.
2 soldiers shooting the shit.
Yeah, as he starts stitching himself up, he's going to drink some dirty water for the radiation to help heal, and he's going to hit himself with a stim pack. So,
how's the sediment taste this side of the Colorado?
Kind of grinds on the teeth a little bit, but not bad.
Keeps them nice and sharp, doesn't it?
Particular glow about it.
Oh,
It's when they scrape it up from the puddles. So
This is a good moment for Herbie. I'd like you to make a roll, and I'd like you to roll a d10. And a success is 4 or under. Okay, nothing comes to mind. Okay, continue as you were.
I'm sure you enjoyed whatever the hell that big patch of radiation was. Locals calling it the glowing sea and such is not an understatement.
no, it helps. So I mean, it keeps the population down, and less people bother you.
I suppose that is
But-
true.
But you just have to worry about the ferals. They stick there too. I'll be there
Yeah,
soon
I've seen-
enough.
No, you won't.
Okay,
I'll probably die before that. Battle's too fun.
So I get the feeling that's winding down. Shall I montage you to the sanctuary?
Yep,
Yeah,
go ahead.
why not?
I was just killing it dead air. I thought we were there.
Oh, it's all good. I want to give folks the opportunity to take downtime moments, but I'm not trying to force it on you. I'm just trying to give you the option. But so you travel, you move up north. Some of you see familiar sights. Some of you are seeing things for the first time. Isaiah, you've seen some parts of this as you've wandered around. It has been a while since you've talked to a person. Augusta, you look out the window and you see in just over the hill Vault 95, where you first met Kathy Bacon. Vincent, you look out and you see O'Malley as you go by. That you have known as a settlement. There's smoke rising. You don't see any sign of life. In the distance, you can hear varying levels of gunfire and explosions. At one point, you go up on a highway and just to cross over it. And for about 10 seconds, you see a massive line of what may be 1,000 robots just crunching into another line of an equal number of robots in the distance. This is a war zone. You are pretty far back. And so you are okay here. But if you look on the map, around where basically just beyond where the Sisterhood of Pain, between the Sisterhood of Pain and the Vault-Tec regional offices, there is a no man's land. Well, I should say a no robots land. O'Malley appears to have been on the front line at some point. As you get closer to Concord was originally a suburb of Boston. Lots of tall houses, residences, the odd shop. And now it is shiny. Walls have been replaced with new shiny metal. You see people looking very, very clean and well dressed, almost like they're wearing clothes from before the war, but all look very new. You drive through Concord and you go past the Red Rocket, which has had a similar job done. There are robots who have clearly come off the front line getting repaired. There are people there drinking Nuka-Colas while sat at the counter of the Red Rocket, the diner segment. And as you approach Sanctuary, you come to the bridge and they set down the bus and the sentry bots signal for you to get off and head towards the gate across the bridge that would lead into Sanctuary. For those of you that know Sanctuary before, this is basically a dead town. This is empty. This was basically a row. It was like a cul-de-sac of a suburb with single-story houses, sort of prefabs, built kind of with the idea of recapturing the American dream from the 1950s. All of that stuff had come back into fashion before the bombs fell. But now there is a big, fat steel wall all around it, similar to the one you saw at Radio Metal. As you approach the gate, one of the sentry bots goes, and the gate opens, and you walk into Sanctuary and see that all of the houses have been replaced with buildings of sheer steel. Some are blue, some are pink, some are yellow. You see plenty of robots walking around, all shiny as hell. Augusta, you notice that some of these robots, you can see through different grating and stuff. There are many kinds of robots here, many that don't have any military applications. Some very familiar sights for you, some technology that you have seen before. And now you are left to your devices standing in Sanctuary, surrounded by all these robots.
Vincent blurped out again.
Augusta's going to check on whether Jade's okay, having at least got him sitting up again.
Yeah, exactly.
Jade have probably been using.
Do we
the
see
most
people
of
when we
the-
get into here?
Let me just reconnect Vincent. But
Hang on, I heard Cat on stream, but not in our chat.
oh, one sec. Let me
I may have to dip out and come back in again.
Okay.
Well, I'm not seeing Kat here anymore either. On my end, I see her in.
The internet's clearly having a bit of a mare.
Can anyone else hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
My internet, I've just done the speed test. My internet's all right, so which makes sense because I can still see all of you and hear all of you. So let me just get Vincent connected up, and then I'll get.
I can see everything.
Just trying something.
D. Oh, now everyone's gone except you, Vincent. It's just us. And Evie, you're still here, right?
Hello.
Oh, that was peculiar.
Interesting. Well, then it's not just my internet that's being screwy.
Well, I can catch you up on the little bit you missed. So you're basically standing in the middle of what used to be a cul-de-sac, upper middle class, single story, like bungalows, quite fancy. Now these have been replaced by sheet steel buildings with little lights blinking on them. There's a human walking around in very, very nice clothing, pomaded hair. This is almost, if you, from what you've heard of pre-war, yeah, it's this is kind of what you would expect, except for the more high-tech looking buildings, and yeah, that catches you up. Kat, can you speak?
Yes, I can speak.
Tim, can you speak?
Question is, can you hear me?
You know.
Hello.
Thea, can you
Can
speak?
you hear me?
I can. I've heard everyone so far as well, which is good.
All right, okay, so that's everyone, I think. Everyone can hear everyone. That's good. So, Augusta, you were going to talk to Jade.
Jade, are you okay there? I mean, you're not okay plainly, but are you? You don't seem as almost dead as you were.
And Jade will probably have spent like the whole trip north just crying. I guess like his lab coat is like splattered with Jim too, since he was right beside him. Just to paint the picture. Okay, that was weird.
It's okay. This is a very stressful time for Jade. We understand.
So when Augusta like speaks to him, he would like just look at her and like anyone who have seen the Green Mile know the I couldn't save them. That's basically where he is. I couldn't save them. Any of them. That's the only answer you get from him right now.
No, Jade, of course, nobody could have done anything. That's not on you. That's war. That's war right there. All of it.
Carl, I would like you to do a roll for me, and
Yes.
didn't write down specifically what it was. It's perception something. Let's have a look. You know what? Yeah, it's going to be perception survival. Yeah, you're bang on. Yeah, because
Imagine that every time.
yeah, survival is kind of yeah. In the rules, it is quite loose. It can be a lot of things, which is good. Yeah, you nail it.
3 successes.
Yeah, that's a lot. That was yeah. You got the top result. So, in the corner of your eye, you see someone who looks very familiar. Mostly from pictures you have got in your reconnaissance. This is someone that you have never been face to face with, but you know him. Stephen Rustchain is standing outside one of the buildings, watering some flowers. He's wearing a polo neck with some grey slacks. He's wearing a green polo neck and grey slacks. His hair used to be long and gangly. It is now cut and pomaded and straight. If you were attracted to men, you would think this man was very attractive. Not at all what Stephen Rustchain was to you. And he notices you and immediately goes into his what you presume to be his home. At that point, a man around 6 feet tall, dark short hair, blue eyes, walks up to the group. He is wearing a blue vault suit with the number 111 on it. And he has a smile on his face. And he says, "Welcome. Kathy told me you were coming. My name's Nate. I'm here to help you settle in, show you to your room." Is everyone okay? You're all looking at me.
We all just get one room, or we get one room each, or how's this going to work?
Well, we're a bit cramped for space, you see. Kathy said that we weren't really taking any guests, but she made an exception for all of you, so I'm afraid you're going to have to bunk up on. But
well, we're very fortunate for the place. I mean, I don't want to say I'm ungrateful. Thank you.
oh yes, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. At that point, everyone can do me a perception speech check. Difficulty 2.
Do I have that tagged? I don't have it tagged. How do you do that?
2 successes.
In the upper left corner of your sheet, there's a dice.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, I gotcha. All right. Cool.
Herbie got 4 just for stream.
No.
I got none.
Herbie double critted. Michelle, you're muted.
Evie, just roll on the d20. Sometimes it does that, and I don't know why. But your target number is 7 or under, so just roll on the d20 on the left side. And
I got a success, so it does.
okay, but not enough. Herbie and Carl. Nate is terrified. You both spot a trickle of sweat going down the left side of his brow, and the way that he said, "We're okay, it's okay, it's okay." You have both been in combat situations, and you know that occasionally, under extreme stress, someone can repeat phrases like that as sort of an automatic, soothing reassurance. You have seen it too many times not to notice it here. Nate is under an incredible amount of stress and he is terrified. But he is trying everything he can not to show it. But he notices that your eyebrow raises a little bit. As a response, it's not something you control, it's just a, huh. And he says, come, let me take you to your abode where you can rest up. Also, and as you're walking down the street, he tells you, now, across the road from where you are is our humanoid meat repair outfit, where we have some good doctors of the metal variety who should be able to help you if you require any soothing or injury relief. Inside there is a number of drinks and some food. Please feel free to help yourself. And if you fancy a stroll around the town, please do take advantage of that. And, oh, you appear to have dropped something. He kneels down in front of you, Herbie, and stands up. And he hands you a piece of paper. He says,
oh, yes. And he puts it in his pocket. Thank you for finding that.
He looks around at you, Carl, and then looks back at Herbie and says, don't lose that. Looks like you might need that later. And he continues to lead you to the end of the row where there is a big tree in the middle of sort of a roundabout bit where there's a bunch of houses sort of around this round bit. I don't know what the word is in America for what that is. There's a roundabout here. It's probably like something else I don't understand. He says,
same diff. Yeah.
I will leave you to it. So you have the building that he's taken you to. The door is a slider. And it opens when you get near it. Across the way, there is a similar building, but it's got a big red cross on it. And a sign that just says, human repair.
Herbie, having been alive pre-war or pre-bomb, you're saying that most of the people are appearing the same. We see other people, correct, as we walk through?
Yeah, there's about, I mean, you would probably estimate there's about 25 humans living here. And you see about like double that of robots of all different sizes and shapes. You've got Sentry Bots, Protectrons, Mr. Handies of various stripes. You've got iBots, basically floating eyes with antennas sticking out of them, just flying up and down the road. You see a couple of Assaultrons holding hands walking down the path. Yeah, this is this looks like a bustling town, a peaceful town, where humans and
I'm
robots.
looking at how the relationships, and I'm not really good at reading people as far as Herbie, but you know he's been around long enough to just, this is weird and strange. And how are the relationships between the robots and the people that he's seeing interacting, if they are even?
You notice that the robots and you notice that there are no groups of mixed robots and humans. Humans are generally together. They are mingling, like walking past each other. They're not staying away from each other, but humans tend to be grouped up or in couples or alone. Robots tend to be grouped up or in couples or alone.
Okay, just making note of the social structures. And follow along until we get to our new residence, temporary housing, I hope.
Yep, so you get to the door slides open. And inside, you see that this is basically set up very much, well, it's all new. There is a sofa in the middle of the room. There are a few beds lined up around the wall. Bunk beds. Enough for everyone to have a bed. Maybe a problem for Jade, because Jade is a little bit too tall for these, but I'm sure you'll be able to work something out. There is like a kitchenette, sort of a sink with an oven and a few cupboards. And if you were to open those, you would find various Nuka-Colas, fancy lad snacks, all look quite new.
Did we notice as we're walking? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
On Isaiah's back, there is supplies. There's a backpack. I'm gonna set it down, roll out a bedroll. I'll take the floor if anybody wants a bed. I don't
Herbie
sleep
takes
much.
a moment. Yeah. Are there any other robots like a nanny or floating eyes or anything like that in the room?
Not in this room.
In the house? As we kind of... Well, Herbie would take a walk through. I don't know of anybody else before settling.
And where
Making
did Miss
sure.
Nanny go then?
Well, I mean, Miss Nanny's with you. Like I assumed.
Okay.
What time is it?
With the journey, like you start off in the morning, it is essentially the middle of the afternoon.
After a quick run through the house, are we alone in the house?
Yeah, there's no stairs or
From
anything.
appearances?
This is basically one room,
One
like
room?
a one-room building. Like maybe it's
Okay.
not finished, maybe it's a warehouse. It was a warehouse or something. Whatever it is, this has been made up at the last minute. You would assume to be a place you can stay.
Okay. Herbie will carefully unfold the note that he received.
You unfold it and you just see written there, outside front gate, midnight.
He closes the note. He's going to lean over when everybody gets together. Oh, we received an invitation, but I don't think we should talk much about things. We might be being observed.
I would say we almost
And I don't know
certainly
who
are.
to trust. Well, can you take a look around? You look like a much smarter person to deal with that than me.
I mean, Carl's the more observant one.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go grab a Nuka-Cola and down it and have a sip. Hopefully that helps.
Sure thing. Just assume that the cupboard at this point is pretty well stocked. When it comes to getting action points from a Nuka-Cola, you don't because you're already at max.
Yeah. He's looking for a good meal, and if they're going to serve him one, he's going to eat it. You know, eat when you can. Look for the steak in the refrigerator, the baked potato, you know, can of beans.
Like, you've got an oven with a stovetop and a few pans so you could cook. But yeah,
He's going to do something to look normal at the moment while we talk.
fair enough. So yeah, you are alone. If anyone wants to go anywhere, do anything, let me know. Otherwise, I can move time forward if required. So you know, it's up to you.
I've
I
just seen
am
the stove. Sorry.
gonna crack open one of my cans of pork and beans. Say grace before eating it, of course. Just sitting on my bedroll, not sitting at a table or anything. It would be strange to people who are not military, but military people tend to have a hard time settling. Especially if
Yeah.
they're special forces people.
So, yeah, but Herbie cooks a good meal, and hopefully for everybody, it may not taste the best, but it's at least cooked.
How much
And he'll
does
slide the note around so people can see it, but not say it out loud.
Am I
I can hear you.
gone
I can
again?
hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you before.
No, I was just and okay, I lost track. Yes, HP. Do we get HP for from eating and drinking?
You do. I'm going to
What's the
say
question?
that's going to be capped off
Yes.
at 5. Because after a certain point of eating all the food, it's just you're not gaining anything from it. You're
Yep.
just getting bloated and uncomfortable.
And Jade is going to eat, but he will. It seems like he isn't realizing what he's eating anyway, so doesn't matter how it tastes.
Yeah, you all notice obviously that Jade is not doing okay. You have had a pretty heavy day at this point, for obvious reasons. The Commonwealth United Forces people, all 3 of them that are left, elect to go and have a walk around the town to scope it out. They all walk out and say, "We'll be back, I guess." And they go off to do their thing. Yeah. So, would you like me to move time forward, or would you like to do anything at this point?
I think Augusta does want to pester Carl because she wants to know his opinions on what things are looking like in this place. Because I'm seeing it as like a shiny looking town, but Carl's got a different insight usually.
Yeah, I'm a little sus of this place. But I'm not really sure how to investigate it properly at this moment. In or out of character.
We could go walk around and look at it.
Yeah.
You might have to direct things, but I can like just be there and it'll look like we're just walking around. Normal thing to do.
Yeah. So Augusta and I will take a stroll about town and just talk about everyday stuff and just repetitiously observe what's going on if things do not quite add up.
Okay, you walk it down the street, and the robots are doing their thing. You walk past the human repair center. You get a quick brief look inside, and you see a couple of robo-docs just standing there waiting. You walk further along, and you see people who look at you, but then look away. They don't seem to want to catch your eye. The robots seem to just walk around, and then one of them approaches you. This is a Protectron, and just says, "So, darlings, how do you like Sanctuary now?" Oh, yes, it's Kathy. Sorry. Yes, you see, I occasionally, live through my children, as it were, just to have a walk around.
That must keep them on their toes.
I mean, metaphorically, I suppose you could say that, but really, no. They seem to be very into it. They're okay with it. They like to make me happy.
Of course. It seems like a lovely place.
Yes. These people have been through a lot. And so they come from such diverse backgrounds. Some of these people come from a town down the hill called O'Malley. Unfortunately, the war took its toll. Some of these people, we found them in this church. Wearing some very, very funny gear. And some very funny ideas, but I told them what makes me happy. And that seems to be making them happy. These other people, they seem very intent on capturing other people. Other, meat people. Again, I taught them the right way, and we're all going okay here.
And and what is it that makes you happy, Kathy?
Peace. Yeah, peace. There's not been a lot of that. Not for a very long time. And I think you know that me and the Forge had a relationship. I do feel partially responsible for this, if I'm being honest. You knew him as Mr. Stabby.
I remember.
He was going through, I mean, I guess in human meat people terms, an edgy teenage phase.
That's not exactly what you want from someone called Mr. Stabby.
No. He never seemed to get out of it. And then one day he just said that I'm the Forge now. I don't know where he got that idea from.
Okay. I was wondering if I could ask you about something. Well, it's just us.
Of course, darling.
The community I'm currently, well, I have been living in before we came here, had lost a bit of technology. One of the things I'm looking for is a board to repair it with, but we've been completely unable to find one.
Really? How far is your home from here?
Oh, weeks.
Would it be south?
Possibly. I've kind of lost any sense of distance traveling on the bus earlier. Distance and direction, and I haven't got a compass. I mean, I haven't looked at my Pip-Boy either. I could just use that, but why do you ask?
What is the part that you are missing?
And Augustus is going to give a quick look towards Carl to see if there's any sense of like, don't tell her, or not.
I defer to your judgment on this.
Oh, go for broke. A Sierra 742 U board. I forgot my call sign for you.
From a fabricator.
Oh, you're familiar with it?
She just stares at you for a bit, doesn't say anything. But a beat, 2 beats, maybe 10 seconds, which is a fucking long time.
Uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable, I'd imagine. And she just says, I ordered my children to find something. I told them that if they couldn't bring me what I needed, that they would create a signal to find it. I sent a group of my children to collect, and they never returned. And then the signal died. That was you.
Wait a second. We didn't know that's what it was. Someone installed something on one of our computers.
Yes, because I told them to, but not directly.
Well, from our point of view, a fabricator simply blew up one day.
What happened to my children?
I don't know. I didn't hear of any robots being used there.
Huh. Well, I think we need to talk.
It does sound like that, doesn't it?
I needed to find a way to make more children. I had no other choice. Now you need something, and so do I. Go gather your people and meet me in Vault 111. At that point, the robot just flits a bit, and the Protectron just says, hello. And that's where we'll leave it.
Oh, good golly.
Well then.
Dun dun dun.
Da, 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 da.
Metal. Oh, sorry.
So good. No, that is an accurate description of a lot of the people there. Well, robots. Are they people? Are they robots? Are they just advanced language learning machines or whatever they're called?
Yeah. Do they have a true consciousness? That's the thing. How do you tell?
Oh, yeah. So, with that, come join us in 2 weeks to find out what the hell that was. And if anybody has anything to plug, now's the time.
What have we got? Anything going on Monday or Tuesday this week?
We're not sure at the moment. We would usually have Marvel, but that's kind of up in the air at the moment. We'll find out on Monday. So keep track of our Discord, or if you want to just come by on Monday, we'll hopefully have something, but I'm not sure right now. Depends on Mark's availability.
I also know there's been a casting call or a RPG call or two out on our Discord too.
Yeah, Evee, would you know anything about that?
No, I wouldn't. No, I have one more, maybe 2 more slots for Dark Heresy 2e. Won't be streamed yet because I want to actually get a feel for running the system again and not have to go and let me check the book as much.
Thanks.
It is just the back of the floor.
It is 40K, which is a setting that exists.
I mean, that is one way to describe it. I've been reading up the book because I'm going to be in this, and I thought I knew some stuff about 40K, but I mean, Grimdark doesn't even describe it at this point. It's surpassed Grimdark. But the annoying thing I'm finding, right? I got a bone to pick with 40K because there's so much of it in fucking Latin with very similar sounding words, and I have no idea what the difference is between half of the classes.
Welcome. It's fine. You don't need to know too much. If you don't know anything about 40K, I can give the brass tacks cliff notes of what you need to know.
Fair enough. I guess the way to summarize it is fascism bad? Space fascism bad?
Question. So,
yeah.
But we've got distracted from signing out.
Turbo space fascism.
Vampire Friday. Just to put that out there as well.
Vampire Friday.
All right.
Well, thanks for watching. See you next time, and have a good one. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Goodbye.
All right.